What's up, you guys? It's D, and today we're going to be playing the operator. So, this game has actually been in my Steam wishlist for a while now, and thankfully, Epic was able to make it for free for the past week on their launcher. So, I was able to get it, and I'm actually pretty excited to play it. But we're just going to get into it, so I hope you guys enjoy. Bio M facility somewhere in the US, 1992. Oh, that was before I was born.
You will answer my questions as usual. One for yes, two for no. Do you understand?
Also,
Do you believe
I'm not doing
in
anything, guys, I swear.
extraterrestrial life?
I mean, this is like a cutscene in the beginning, but I'm not doing
Are you
anything.
currently restrained?
Because I'm not answering the thing's questions. Because this is actually kind of making me uneasy, if I'm gonna be honest. That thing asking me questions is making me uneasy.
Do you know who I am? Do you know who you are? Are you... Good. He's ready.
That, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but that made me uneasy for some reason. FDI headquarters, Washington, D.C., 7:30 a.m. Alright. Moon macro system. Old school computer. Not gonna lie, I actually missed that. But like, I don't know if you you guys noticed like when it was like booting up, you see all the lines. You don't see it now when like PCs start up, but like when I was younger and my parents had a computer like that, like I would always try to read like every single line, even though it was going so fast for me like to not be able to read it. Oh, are we doing something now? User. Oh. Okay, it just types everything for me there. I was like starting to type my name, but then I was like, it started typing Evan Tanner, and I was like, oh, okay. Evan Tanner, welcome to the FDI. You are assigned to the operator program. Please read the following document before proceeding. Your program supervisor will contact you with further instructions. Okay. So we're part of the FDI, the Federal Department of Intelligence. This is a secure and monitored federal government terminal, and all unauthorized access is strictly prohibited and subject to criminal prosecution. Sharing of any information with the terminal, from the terminal with unauthorized personnel is forbidden and also subject to criminal prosecution. What is the operator program? The operator program has been specifically designed to provide technical support to field agents, henceforth abbreviated as agents, while also ensuring a high level of confidentiality. How does it work? 1. Agents call the hotline. Okay. 2. The call is dispatched to secretaries who verify the agent's identity, clearance level, and request. 3. The request is forwarded to the supervisor. And then 4. The supervisor dispatches the call to an available operator. Mike Trench, director. Okay.
Hey, pal. How you holding up? Get all that booze out of you?
What? Was I drinking the night before? Okay, I wasn't actually drinking though, but like I mean, I guess that's why my head hurts.
What? You seriously
Direct
don't
line
remember?
is established between the
You wanted
agent
to celebrate
and
your new job, and I quote,
So we're the
properly.
operator. We're
Well,
the one
I'm
here.
happy you're here. You and me at the FDI together. It's really great. But I gotta tell you something. When we're on the job, I can't treat you differently than anybody else.
Then why are you
You
talking to me like we're friends if
right?
you're not supposed to treat me differently, Director Trench? Of course, Mike. I mean, Director Trench. Sure. By the way, how much does this pay? I guess the tables have turned, haven't they?
Oh. Right. I almost forgot about that. Well, That was a long time ago.
I guess
We're
in
no longer
another.
kids working summer jobs back home.
Oh, I guess
But I
in
promise
before
you, right hand to God,
we worked
I'll be
together.
a better boss than you were.
I was a boss to him. That's wild.
I'd better run. The FDI can't run itself now,
That's
can it?
crazy.
Good luck with your first day. All right?
Don't worry about me, Director Trench. Okay. Direct line established between you and the agent operator. So then this all goes through until it gets to us, and then we help them, and then that's it.
Good morning, Mr. Tanner. Welcome to the FDI.
Xavier
I assume you're up to
Skinner.
speed on your mission here at the operator program?
I read the welcome document, sir.
You know the basics. Good. So, just to recap, your job is to support our agents by providing them with all the help they need in the field to solve a case. That help can come in the form of fact-checking, video and audio analysis, even lab work. My job as a supervisor is to link the agents with an appropriately matched operator. Any questions?
Nope, when do I
Fine,
start?
but first, you need to learn how to respond to an agent's request.
Okay,
Let's do a dry run, shall we?
okay.
I want you to find my age. This objective just popped up at the top left of your screen, beside the applications menu. See it?
Okay.
Whenever you're stuck, or if you need help, simply click on the question mark next to the objective. Go on and click on the question mark, Tanner. Yes, just like that. You can always click on the question mark if you get stuck, though I'm hoping this won't happen often. I'm giving you access to the human database. The human DB, as we call it here. You can find this and other tools to help you solve agent requests in the applications menu. Now go ahead, Operator Tanner. Solve my request.
Can I move it to the...
Find my age. When you find the answer, click on the objective and then select the answer on the screen.
I guess I can't move it to my desktop. Sad. Okay. If I just start typing stuff... Nope, I gotta start typing his name. I thought it was like earlier when I was plugging in that whatever I type is just gonna go. But I guess that makes sense.
Right. Like that, Tanner. I'll let you get settled in.
Okay.
And I'll contact you later with your first real request.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity, sir. See, everyone just hangs up. They don't like say you're welcome or goodbye. Triggered. Okay. Washington, D.C. 9:18 a.m. So we started at 7:30? 7:30? It's 8. It's 9 now. Oh. It's our supervisor.
Tanner, looks like your first request is somewhat of a baptism by fire. I have an agent working a homicide. It's her first
Baptism
case,
by
too.
fire.
Not ideal,
Oh.
but consider this a learning experience.
Okay.
I'll be monitoring you in the background.
Okay. I'm sorry. Did you say homicide? I don't know why. I don't know why that's even a thing here because he's an operator. He's supposed to look forward to the
I'm
challenge.
patching the agent through now.
So I feel like as an operator for the FDI, you are gonna handle like a lot of things like cases
It's
like that.
Operator Tanner, right?
That's right, Agent Pendle.
I don't think
Agent
our paths
Pendle.
ever crossed at the academy, did they? Anyway, I got a
I don't know.
homicide at a bar downtown called The Sanctuary.
Okay.
Ironic, no? My Vic, dead on arrival, is male, Caucasian, early 60s. He was shot in the head at
Early
close range
60s.
around 2 a.m., just before closing time.
Okay.
As far as evidence, I got some surveillance footage from the bar.
Okay.
And some kind of list that I found on the deceased.
Okay.
Any chance you can work your operator magic and help find me an ID on the shooter?
Okay. I'll do my best, Agent.
Thanks, operator. Okay. I'm sending over the files.
Okay. Bar. Do you think when they filmed this, or like when they got these like things, these are like actual people, or do you think these are like
This is our
CGI?
cutting-edge video analysis system, Tanner.
I'm like, I'm
Click
curious.
on any
Oh my
relevant
god.
elements in the video to trigger an analysis. Go on, give it a whirl.
It's like the year 1992 and it's like 6 frames per second. That's crazy. Okay. You get the car? I feel like that's the only thing you can really...
Just like with the video, you can click on a photo for further analysis.
Okay. I feel like that's the first thing you want to do, get the car, because that's the shooter's car. ID the shooter. Ray Wells. He was the owner of the car. The car belongs to Ray Wells.
Nice. Now we know the perp's name.
Yes,
You got
ma'am.
something for Wells' address? Because I'll take it if you do.
Okay, give me a second. Oh, whoops. Not, don't open everything, D. Not everything. Don't want this old school computer to die on us. Ray Wells. It's not like PCs nowadays. Find the killer's address, place of birth, last known address. 130 Laurel Street,
Yeah,
Culpeper,
that'll do.
Virginia.
Nice work. Next up is to bring Wells in. I'll keep you updated. Thanks, Operator Tanner.
Good luck with the arrest, Agent Pendle. Yeah, me opening everything.
Not bad, Tanner. Not great, but not bad.
I mean,
either.
not great.
I'll contact you
That
later.
went smoothly,
Request.
Supervisor Skinner. I'll do better next time. What do you mean, not
No
bad?
need to worry, operator. You'll improve with time.
I don't think that was. I think I did fine. I did just fine. 5:32. Damn, we went from 9 a.m. to 5:32. Okay. Oh, FDI's most wanted. If you discover any information during your shift that might help the FDI, inform your supervisor at once. FDI's most wanted. If you have any information, call the FDI. I'm trying to read the most wanted.
Tanner, I need you to follow up on an investigation started by a previous operator. I'll let the agent working the case bring you up to speed.
Okay. Of course, Supervisor Skinner. Wanted for mailing and hand delivering several explosive devices to federal buildings and
Please,
universities.
Tell me you got something.
Well, hello to you too.
God damn it! Who are you?
Operator Tanner at your service.
Great. Every goddamn time we get a new operator, it takes me twice as long.
Kind of want to
Well,
read this,
life
but I'm also
outside
like
the
getting
FDI,
distracted from him
you know?
talking.
Interests, hobbies, full-blooded passions.
Well, I do too.
Don't have time for this.
Well, if you just tell me right away, we don't have to go on about how we both have a life outside of here.
I got a missing persons case.
It's not
out
my
here
fault they
in
keep
Dryfield,
transferring you to
Nevada.
someone new.
Connie Moore's her name. I canvassed the area, talked
Okay.
to the locals. I can't believe I'm saying this, but everyone thinks she was abducted by aliens.
Little green men?
Look, I think it's bonkers, too. Another weird thing is, over the past year, 4 people in
I didn't look
Dryfield
at
have
this
claimed
earlier.
they've been abducted. And every single time they reappeared somewhere
There's
in
a
the
lot
middle
of
of the
people.
desert out here about a month later, Connie's story's the same.
I thought she was missing.
She was. Popped back up yesterday. Collected her testimony myself. She had a camera on her. Naturally, I'd like to look at the photos. But to do that, I gotta go through you, an operator. Lucky me, right?
What am I looking for?
There's something off about all this. I mean, beyond all the talk of little...
I can't even
green
look at
men.
anything else while he's
Just
talking.
look for something that doesn't add up, okay?
I'm on it.
Here are the files.
Find inconsistency. Alright, let's go. Let's do this, team. Testimony. Connie Moore testimony. Following Connie Moore's reappearance on the 5th of March 1992, we recorded her eyewitness testimony concerning her supposed alien abduction. Connie Moore's the victim, Agent Barry Walker, agent in charge of the investigation, and Brittany Holt, FDI transcriber. Okay, can you tell us more about the day you disappeared? I was hiking in the desert out by Dryfield. Sometimes I do that to clear my head. Or to take photos. Photography is sort of a hobby of mine. And is that your camera? Yes, it is. What else do you remember about the day in the desert? Well, it's a little blurry, but I wanted to hike around Mount Maury. I remember that. It's really beautiful at this time of year. I remember taking 2 photos. Then I heard this loud noise coming from the sky. I looked up and barely had time to take another photograph. It was just moving so fast, the ship, the UFO. And then I think it landed to the east, so I decided to head over and see if I could see anything else. Maybe get a photo of them. It must have taken me an hour or 45 minutes to go where it landed. Then what? Then I'm not really sure about, to be honest, that's where my mind goes blank. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in some kind of room and I can't move. Was there someone with you in this room? I don't like to think about it, but yes, they were there all around me. The aliens, what did they look like? The room was so bright, like I was looking into the sun. I only saw their silhouettes. Can you describe them the best that you can? They were human, except they weren't. Something was off. They were too tall and thin. It was disturbing, actually. I couldn't see their faces. I'm glad about that. What do you remember about the room? It was white. I mean, entirely white. Antiseptic. It smelled sort of like a hospital. There were no doors, no windows, nothing, just whiteness. What do you think they wanted with you? I think they wanted to learn about me, to study me. I was so scared I couldn't think straight. They kept asking me questions over and over again. What kind of questions? About my life, my family, my beliefs, everything. I guess that's what they do, study humans. What else do you remember? They had these strange voices, sort of mechanical. And there was a machine they were using on me. It was clamped to my head. I don't know what it was, but it hurt. Can you tell us anything else, Connie? Not really. Next thing I remember, I'm waking up in the desert outside Dryfield. My head was throbbing, maybe because of their drugs or mind probes, I don't know. I just wandered around out there. Luckily somebody found me, or I might have died from dehydration. And I guess they called the cops and the cops called you. End of story. Okay. Phone record. So this is where her phone records were pinging from. So this was February. No, wait. So this was February from 8 to 11. And then this was when they found her. Okay. She took 2 photos, she said. Had it over 40 minutes. Photos. Where did she talk about the photos? Taking 2 photos. So what is this one about? So these were the days she disappeared, the 2 photos she was talking about. But this one she never mentioned. But this was taken while she was missing. And it has the UFO on it. This photo was taken on the 21st of February,
Jackpot.
16 days after her
Connie said she took
disappearance.
that photo the day she disappeared. Clearly, she didn't.
But she said there was
Maybe
2
the aliens
photos.
did funny things to her brain. Maybe her brain was funny to begin with. Do me a favor.
Oh,
Locate the position on the map where she supposedly snapped this photograph.
1013. Where was she? 1013? Right there. Bingo bango, we got it. Right here, Agent Walker. I need to remember I actually have to like
Now check this spot out.
do the thing over here to like respond
Guess
to
I gotta
them.
do a little hiking. Probably sweat my goddamn
Secured group check-in. Wait, that says failed. That was not me trying to read everything again like I told you guys I usually did before. But the first thing was Hello, Evan. How do you know my name? I know many things about you, Evan. You're hacking into the FDI. Kinda figured that one out. I wouldn't if I didn't have to, but Hal. Isn't that one of the names we saw like on the wanted list? But since you guys aren't really doing your jobs, what are you talking about? Let me show you something, okay? Do you remember the list found on Henry Jenkins? The one from Agent Pendle. Who's Henry Jenkins? The victim you didn't even analyze in the footage from the bar, Evan. You didn't see her name, did you, Evan? Wait. The abducted woman. She's the one that we just did the helped agent Walker with. Pretty big coincidence, don't you think? I'm also going to assume that you didn't notice that of the 136 people on it, 122 have been reported missing. I just started working here today, bro. You can't ask me this. Did you kidnap them, Hal? Don't be ridiculous, Evan. I wouldn't hurt a fly. Well, you can't say that, like, I'm not doing my job when I just started today, Hal. Maybe an annoying fly. One last thing, and this is the most important part. There's a name near the bottom that's been redacted. The name is the key to understanding everything. I have to go now, Evan, but I'll be in touch soon. Promise. Ugh, don't go, tell me more. You know, I kind of don't want to log in because of what happened. I kind of want to restart the computer and then log in, but I don't know if it's gonna let me do that. Nope, just gotta log in. Evan Tanner.
Operator Tanner, are you there?
Yes,
Agent
sir.
Walker told me that your connection was suddenly cut, and when I tried to contact you, you were offline. What happened?
I might as well tell him the truth. Hal hacked my terminal.
Hal? I thought we had taken care of that problem. I will look into this matter immediately with our cybersecurity department.
I don't know why I would lie to him when...
Has arrived.
If I lie to him, then it's gonna...
See you tomorrow, and don't be late.
It's gonna... If I, like, don't lie to him, I feel like it would have made it more worse. Like, my interaction with him, like, in the future. I'm playing too many games with, like, choices, where choices matter. It's like, if I didn't tell him the truth, I feel like it would have affected my, like, my position and, like, my, like, connection with him in some way later on down the road. I was taking the metro. Taking the metro in Washington, D.C. Oh, he has a cat? Oh, he lives near the tracks. Microwave meal. I always thought it was cool though when I was like younger. Like living like right next to like the tracks of like a little, what is, like a train or like a BART, like I know in like San Francisco's like the BART. It's like I always thought it was cool. When I was little, I was like, oh, it's cool, like living next to one. You get to like feel everything moving when it passes by. But then I realized, no, that's not fun. Because then if you think about it, like you're hearing like, even at like the times you don't want to hear it, like it'll be there. The times you don't want it to like move, it'll move. So I think that's more like a thing in like the East Coast though, like where you're living closer to like the track and stuff. I don't think there's anywhere here where it's like that, where it's like near like a little metro thing where it's like the tracks like literally make everything shake. Secured boot check-in? Alright, we're good, we're clear. Alright, let's get our work done today. (8:18) Is that the time we're starting today?
Hey, pal.
Hey.
So, tell me, how'd day number 1 at the FDI go? Everything you had hoped for?
I don't think Supervisor Skinner likes me. Actually, I think it went pretty well. I don't think Supervisor Skinner likes me.
Well, I wouldn't worry about him. Xavier doesn't even like his own mother.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Feel
no,
bad.
I probably shouldn't say anything.
You can tell me, Mike.
Well, between you
We're
and me,
friends.
we're thinking of making a change at the supervisor position. You know, Evan, if you play your cards right, maybe, just maybe. Ah, sorry, buddy. My phone's ringing off the hook here. I gotta run. But hey, great job. And just keep plugging away, okay? I'm proud of you, Evan.
Of course, Director Trench. Gotta keep it professional at work, man.
Operator Tanner, Agent Pendle has an update on yesterday's case.
Ooh.
I'll patch you
Alright,
through in a
what's
moment.
happening?
But before I do, I wanted to let you know that from this point on, you'll talk to the agents directly. Time to cut the umbilical cord.
I just
However, as
started
your
yesterday, though.
supervisor, I'll still be in the background monitoring your activity. Oh, I almost forgot.
Was I not already
Our
talking to them
cybersecurity
directly?
department
Like,
is looking into this unfortunate matter with Hal. You can
Okay.
be assured that it won't happen again.
of course, Supervisor Skinner. Agent Pendle, my
Good
girl.
morning, Operator Tanner. So
Good
you
morning,
remember Ray
ma'am.
Wells, right?
Of course, I remember.
So I checked out the address you gave me, but no sign of Wells. Then I get a call from Vice, and guess what? Wells was found dead in a downtown parking garage early this morning. Shot.
Shot?
Blank range. Now I'm working 2 homicides, and it's my first week.
That's crazy.
Welcome to the FDI, Alexandra. Anyway, the garage has cameras, and I got some footage of Wells. That's the good news. The bad news? I don't have all the footage. Sort of weird, but part of it is missing.
Has it been tampered with?
I don't know. Looks that way, doesn't it? I don't put much stock into conspiracies, but the timing is definitely suspicious. Anyway, think you could take a look? I'm looking for anything that's different between the first and second half of the surveillance footage. Apart from Wells ending up dead and the blood splatter on the pillar. Sorry for the vivid details.
Alright, let's get into this, y'all. I'm gonna help Agent Pendle again. Find something different? Yeah, someone did something to this. It was like a long time for it to be like missing. Looking for anything that's different between the first and second half of this surveillance footage. It's literally from like right here to like here. That's a whole like eight seconds. Okay. I can't look at anything else, can I? Okay, but we'll just see. Anything different between the first and second half of the surveillance film? Wait. Would that count? Hold on. The light and on at the beginning of the video, but it's off at the end. Bro, I didn't mean to do that. I feel like that's that we can like check it. Okay. The light's off in the second part.
Look at that. Give me a sec, operator. I'm
Okay.
gonna check this out.
Alright. Oh, she's actually at the scene. I was like but then it says that's how she got the
I
thing.
just found a bullet lodged in the light's framework. I'm
Okay.
sending you a photo.
Okay.
Can you run an analysis and tell me what kind of bullet I'm looking at?
.45 caliber. Looks like a 45 caliber round.
I believe that's what the military and police use.
Mm.
Well, that's something anyway. Thanks for your help, operator.
You're welcome,
Appreciate it.
Agent
If
Pendle.
only we had all of the footage. Anyway, I should get back to the scene. Keep digging and see if you can find anything else about our perp.
Okay. Alright. Oh. I got a little jump scared from that. Hello again, Evan. Leave me alone. Hey, that stings. I thought you and I were becoming friends. Look, I have a deal to offer you. One that I think you'll find interesting. I'm not interested, Hal. You're a bad guy, I can't. Oh, well you should be. You see, we share a common goal. You, me, and the FDI. You just don't know it yet. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'll help you with the Wells case. But, you have to help me later when I ask for it. Do we have ourselves a deal? I can't do anything illegal. You won't be. I mean, apart from working with me, the world's the most wanted hacker. Why would I help a criminal? Because, as I already said, we share a goal. And because, without my help, you and Agent Pendle will never solve this case. Wells' killer will still be on the loose. And sadly, you'll never climb the ranks of the FDI. How could you help me? I don't like this. I have access to the surveillance footage from the garage. What? How does he have it? I mean, all of the footage. How did you get it? I don't have time to go into the technical details. No offense. But you probably wouldn't understand anyway. Well, you don't know me. Will you do the deal or won't you? I need your answer, and I need it now. I don't want this. I don't want to. I really don't want to. But I feel like that's the only thing is making me do. Pendle could use my help, so yes, she could. And you could be her knight in shining armor, Evan. So, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put this big, juicy missing part back in so you can watch it and solve this crime. I'll help you if you help me. What if someone asks about this? If somebody asks how you got the footage or the missing footage, just say the analysis software restored it. It's supposed to be cutting edge anyway, right? So, do we have ourselves a deal? I won't do it, Hal. Say, we have a deal, Hal. It's really making me do this, and it's like, I really don't want to, but then it's like, it's giving me no choice. Fine, whatever. I need you to say it, Evan. Say, we have a deal, Hal. We have a deal, Hal. Good. Now give me a few seconds to run my script. Like, I don't like it. It's like... It just makes me uneasy knowing that, like, it doesn't give me any other option to, like, reject it, but I feel like, but I guess that's how it's supposed to be in order to help Agent Pendle. Alright, the missing footage has been magically restored. I hope you have your popcorn ready. I'll be back a little later to collect my debt, Evan. Until then. Alright, let's look this. I'm like curious how they filmed these, if these are just like animated though. Like, I can see if they are. I can tell. I can kind of see if they are animated. That they are, not that they, if they are, but like that they are, but it's also like, I think it'd be pretty cool.
I see that you ran the facial recognition software, and 0 matches turned up, operator. That's unusual. In fact, it shouldn't even be possible. Our FDI databases are exhaustive. I'll flag this issue for later.
Okay.
Go ahead and share the image with Agent Pendle.
Yes, sir. I was gonna do that, but then, you know, But then you kind of just interrupted. I have an image of Wells' killer.
Wait, I don't understand. How did you get this?
Our software recovered the missing part.
Well, this is huge. Maybe someone has seen our Prince Charming. I'll talk to you later.
I'm kind of
And
like
thanks
upset.
again.
I feel uneasy about doing it. Don't mention it. I feel uneasy about that because I'm just like, I feel I could never. I can't. I can't justify doing that. 1:45 p.m. Right, who's next? Oop. Now, about that debt, Evan. Oh, let's just get this over with. Good. Now I'm going to connect you to another FDI agent. Her name is Catherine Andrews. Just listen to what she has to say. Open your terminal and type the following command. Call 187. Okay. Give me a second. No secure. It's not secure though. Like what the
Hello, Operator Tanner. Hal told me that you'd be calling.
What is this all about?
Okay, I'll try to keep this short. About a month ago, I started working on a missing persons case. A woman reported that her husband had been gone for over 48 hours. Almost right away, the case felt different. Red tape all over the place. An unusual lack of cooperation from my superiors and colleagues. Unanswered calls. Suddenly, the FDI felt like the most incompetent department in the country. After an almost endless game of phone tag, I finally managed to get an appointment with a superior. The plan was to sit down and talk about the case first thing Monday morning. That Sunday night, I'm awoken by a phone call. The woman's apartment has burned to the ground. And the woman, what's left of her anyway, has been found dead in the ashes.
Timing sounds a little strange. Almost use phone tag. Sit down, talk about the first thing Sunday by phone call. That does sound a little strange.
Well, it gets worse. So I started looking into the fire, of course. I couldn't help myself. Plus, I felt like I owed it to Mia. That was the woman's name. Mia Cole. Anyway, it wasn't long before my superiors found out and pressured me to stop. They told me the fire had been ruled accidental, the result of faulty wiring in her
I
oven.
can't even.
They told me I was wasting my time and precious FDI resources by looking into it, and said if I continued, I'd end up pushing papers in a basement somewhere. But that fire, Operator Tanner, that fire was no accident. I can feel it. Mia was murdered. I just have to prove it. That's why
Okay.
I'm hoping you can help me.
How do you know it's not an accident?
Go ahead and search them in the human DB. The
Why,
husband's name is Sasha. Sasha and Mia Cole.
Oh,
Please.
okay. Sasha. The moment like Mia's name came up, I like automatically looked it up. And then why is all his stuff like locked off? I don't have the
Just
clearance
another
level.
coincidence, right? Look, I don't know why, but someone doesn't want us looking into Sasha and Mia Cole. But we have to, Operator Tanner. It's our job. Who's going to do it if we don't? Can you help me find proof Mia's fire wasn't an accident?
Okay. How can we access these
You'll
files?
take a look then? Oh, thank you. As far as how to access the case
It,
files,
like-
that's not really my area of expertise. But you can ask Hal.
How can I access the Cole files? Funny. I was just working on this very thing. So it looks like I can't give you direct access to the files. But I found a bug in the chat. You should be able to inject a query that'll get you in. Just type this. Download files, select from cases where, load immediately. Select from cases where, XQ, okay there. They all kind of look the same. I almost pressed like, I almost was about to say they're all the same.
Have to admit, Hal gets results.
Okay, so this is a summary. Closed as of February 27th. Death caused by accidental fire. A lot of this is blocked off, which is kind of making me like... It makes it even more suspicious. Fire started on the 25th of February at 2 a.m. and was successfully contained by 3:12 a.m. It took about an hour to get the fire out. Owing to the duration of the fire, minimal evidence remained of the scene. Mia called through dental records. Her tenant information in a wedding ring was discovered. The autopsy revealed no anomalies attributing to the cause of her death to the fire. No other signs of physical trauma were found. No indications of a forced entry or a struggle were evident in the home, aligning with the findings of the victim's autopsy report. It's like, why would you block off? And it's like, this made me even more suspicious because it's like, why block those off if you're not trying to hide something? Oh, chemical analyzer. You have opened a chemical sample. We have automatically given you access to the CSLCA data report application. You can find it with the other applications at the top left of the menu. Please review the user manual relative to the chemical sample analysis process before proceeding. You can find these documents on your personal drive. Okay. So this is telling us how to use this. Open the sample in a dedicated... Okay, it's already open. Input the appropriate settings for your sample using formulas found thereafter. Start the analysis process. So we'll get the results after. Okay, how do you do these though? Okay. Ion size. The appropriate ion size varies depending on the sample type and the state. For liquid, it's not liquid. For solid, you typically around 6.0. If the material is organic, the ion size must be set to 3.5 to avoid damaging the sample. So this is not, it's not organic, 6.0. Okay. Delta 5 can be calculated using filing formulas. For it's non-organic. Sample weight times 100, so that's 420. Okay, threshold will depend on the delta V and the sample type. Solid, half of delta V, so half of 412 is 210. Sample matrix, the default value of the matrix size is 5 if you're using an older version, so I guess it's just 5. How to read the results will give as a result of the analysis a frequency responsive curve and additional sample characteristics are going to be used by... These are the values. Okay. So we just read it by the top height, the tallest to the shortest. Okay, results. Okay. Use this then. 9.28. 9.2.28 is the first one. The second one is 2.49. Okay. 1.53. Is it 5.3? 5.6. And then 10.58. 5.8. Okay, CVT is 901. pH is 6.5. Calculate. Cellulose, wood, gasoline. They said that the fire was wiring, right? Yeah, faulty wiring. But then there shouldn't be gasoline then. We got it, guys. We got it. There were traces of gasoline in the fire.
I knew it. Faulty wiring might... You know what? This was no accident. Someone started this fire and killed Mia. But why?
What are you gonna do now?
Maybe I'll end up at a desk in a dark basement somewhere, but I'm going to keep digging into this. It matters to me.
Why is it so important?
I grew to know her. Mia, I mean. With our line of work, you try not to get emotionally involved. That's what they teach you at the academy anyway. Almost from the start.
What's happening?
Usually, I can turn the switch off. I learned to do that. Feel nothing. But with Mia, I just never could. She wanted to be a singer, she told me. That was her dream. And I'm not exactly an expert, but she did have a good voice. Really. She was
What is happening? She was pregnant. Oh, that sucks.
Operator Tanner, someone killed Mia.
Yeah.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, Andrews.
Oh, anyway, thanks, operator. Because of you, I finally have proof. Knowing Hal, well, as much as someone can know Hal, I have a feeling this won't be the last time you and me work together.
Yeah, I have that feeling too. Alright, Hal, what do you got for me? So, you found evidence proving the fire wasn't an accident. Well done, Evan. Maybe there's hope for you yet. The way the FDI has handled the Cole case, it's strange, don't you think? It does seem suspicious, yes. Yeah, it does. I just don't know what they're hiding. Or why. Look, I know you probably still don't trust me. I'm on the FDI's most wanted list. I hacked into your computer. I get it. But tell me something. Why would I bother going to the trouble of working with a low-level FDI employee? Sorry. If I didn't have a good reason. I mean, he has a point though. Like if he really wanted to do something like bad, he wouldn't like be trying to like get me to help another agent like this. So I have literally no idea how. Maybe you're thinking about turning me in to get that reward, but it's too late. You're in too deep.
Operator Tanner, can I have a word?
Of course, Director Trench.
I see that you've been looking
Be
into the
careful.
database entries for Mia and Sasha Cole. You want to tell me why?
I wanted to catch up on the
I
case.
see. In the future, I want you to avoid anything related to Sasha and Mia Cole. It's a closed case. A total waste of your time. And if by chance something else pops up concerning the Coles, and this is very important, you come to me right away. Understood?
What's the big deal about them?
Oh, there's no deal, Evan. It's just highly confidential, classified, and way above your pay grade. I'm sure you understand.
Understand, Director
I'll
Trench.
talk to you later.
I know that was probably difficult lying to your friend. But you did the right thing, Evan. As a reward, I'll tell you something about myself. Something that only 2 other people know. Like, the reason I have so much access to the FDI, I used to work there. A part of me also had that feeling also. You were in the FDI? I can't tell you more for the moment. But yes, I was. As improbable as that seems, what do I do now, Hal? For now, nothing. I'll be in touch later, Evan. Okay. Helping Andrews, Agent Andrews, and then all of a sudden Director Trench like calling me after. It's like it's a huge like suspicious thing going on, like for me. And I mean, I'm not saying that it's like well, it's Agent Walker.
So who the hell am I talking to this time?
Tanner here, Agent Walker.
Good. You haven't been fired. I was afraid I'd have to explain this goddamn case all over again.
Is that what happened to all the other ones before me?
Took the photo in the desert. You remember, right?
Yeah.
Where she said this flying saucer supposedly landed. I didn't find a flying saucer or any aliens breathing their last wheezy breaths or anything like that. But I did find something else.
Something disturbing.
You could say that.
I feel
You
like
could
it.
definitely say that. I found stones. A bunch of stones lying there on the surface of the sand. I'm no geologist, but they look funny to me. Like they'd been moved. put there for a reason, you know? So, I call it in. Because I'm sure as hell not gonna dig myself, Tanner. Not in this suit. The team arrives an
I feel
hour
that.
later, and they start digging. Sure enough, under one of the stones, they find a body. Advanced state of decomp. They dig under another stone. And lo and behold, this time they find an entire skeleton. Turns out, we're standing on some sort of desert graveyard.
They found a body and a skeleton?
Yeah, messed up, right? And judging by the size of the skeleton, it belonged to someone young, Tanner. Real
Oh
young.
no. How many corpses are out there?
Hard to say, but I counted more than 100 stones. If they're all grave markers, well, I'll let you do the math. Look, I won't beat around the bush. The medical examiner has finished a preliminary report on the skeleton, and they found what they believe is a photo of the victim in the sand, buried there by the bones. Never seen that before. Any chance you can take a look at all this and get me an ID, Tanner?
Consider it done, agent.
Let me send you the files.
Okay. Like as I was saying, it's like right after I've helped and
It's
then
taken a while. Hard to access the satellite out here in Roswell. Dryfield.
as I was saying, like
Okay.
oh,
Looks like it went
okay,
through.
never mind, hold on.
Goddamn time.
Identify the body. So that's the girl. This was on the bag. Welcome to the facility, Gabby. You are in good hands now. Sincerely, Dr. Jenkins. Henry Jenkins, clearance level 4.
The skeleton appears to be female, estimated at
9 years
of age.
old.
Starting the examination now. Initial observations show well-preserved and intact bones. No visible signs of trauma or damage. The subject is missing her left incisor. The rest of the dentition looks good. No decay or disease is present. Moving on. Here's something interesting. One of the metacarpal bones on her left hand, the metacarpal 3, has a slight curvature. You don't see that a lot. So, to summarize, the subject appears to have been a female, approximately 9 years of age, with a missing left incisor tooth and a slight curvature in the metacarpal 3 in her left hand. Based on the level of decomposition, the body appears to have been buried for approximately 6 to 8 months. Further testing and
6 to
analysis
8
is
months
needed
she's
to
been
determine the cause
gone.
of death.
Ugh. I think that's also why like a part of me knows, even though I enjoy like these kind of like watching shows like this or playing games like this, like personally for me, if I would have to do this as a job, I probably would have a hard time because I would get too attached. Okay. We don't have her last name though. I don't have clearance to view this profile either. So Gabby was one of the people at where the stones were. Cause when Hal first hacked us, he told us that Connie's name was on the list and we found it right here. And Connie, that was the spot where Connie was found. Okay. Okay, there's 2 Gabbys here. Gabby Bruce and Gabby Mills. Let's look up. Because at least we can kind of use these names. Did I close the... Okay, what is it? Gabby... Bruce? Age 9. Okay, so she was 9. Okay, well, we're gonna search up the other one also though, just in case. So we can compare. Okay, no, this guy was 64. Okay, so if it is this Gabby, we're gonna do that. Her name is Gabby because the girl was young. They said she was 9. She's 9. Known metacarpal bone 3. She has a medical record of that. Missing here, metacarpal 3. So this is definitely her. Her name's Gabby Bruce.
How did you find this, Tanner?
Her name's on a list from another case,
Just
like
when you
Connie.
think this case can't get any weirder, that's exactly what it does. But I need concrete proof it's her.
Okay.
Got anything else in your bag of tricks?
This matches what the autopsy was. Gabby also has an unusual bone growth.
I'll be damned. 9 years old, Tanner.
I know.
Breaks your goddamn heart.
It
What the hell is
does.
going on out here? And what's a connection to Connie? Okay, the examiner has just finished processing the second body I was telling you about. The one in the advanced state of decay.
Okay.
Let's see here. Adult male, early 60s. Ah, they got an ID on him. Quentin Spence. Want to see if that name is on your magical list too?
Yep. Yeah, he's right here.
So there's definitely a link. I see some of the names have been crossed out. Can you figure out what that business means?
Okay. So I think we just look up a few people. Or we can just look up that and then we'll look at the ones that... Okay, so if it's crossed out, it says missing. Circled. I just did this one. He's alive. Okay, so if they're circled, they're still alive. Because Connie was also circled here. So that means if they're crossed out, they're missing. Crossed out means the person is missing.
Looks to be about 100 names like that.
Yep.
That number matches the stones. God damn. And if I was a gambling man, I'd say the circled persons are still alive. Like our Connie. There's something else about Spence, Tanner.
What's that?
They found him buried in a lab coat with some, you're never gonna guess, floppy disk sewn into one of the pockets. Remember what I said about this case getting weirder and weirder? And the
Yeah.
second disk password protected. Open that second floppy disk and give me an address tied to Spence. Something I can look into. I'm getting a little restless with you doing all the work. The operator program. Oh, I'm sending everything your way.
I mean, to be fair, like, if I wasn't helping him, he probably wouldn't have had the list. Because I had to get the list from Agent Pendle from another case.
There you go.
So there was no way for him to have able to get to know. Autopsy report.
Autopsy report of a male, approximately late 50s, early 60s. Initial observations show no sign of trauma or blunt force injury, similar to the first remains found. The decedent appears to be wearing some kind of lab coat. Starting the external examination now. Excellent dentition. The decedent is wearing some kind of badge. Let me put this to the side. Abdomen seems healthy, with no signs of trauma or injuries. The lab coat seems to contain a hidden pocket. There's something inside. It's sewn shut. I'll open this with my scalpel. There. There appear to be 2 floppy disks inside the pocket. Strange. In my estimate, the body has been buried for approximately 2 to 3 months, based on the level of decomposition. At this point, the cause of death is uncertain. Further testing and analysis is needed, including toxicology reports, before I can provide a conclusive determination.
I do wish I can kind of move this while it's playing, but then I guess it's also they want us to pay attention to what they're saying. So this is badge. Okay. Floppy disk 1. This is the 2 floppy disk. The key. So we need a password for this. FMP1138. Okay, we just opened that. The receptor is a crucial component of excitatory transmission in the brain. These are his notes. Selective AMPA receptor. The studies to unlock the full potential. 66.72 kHz minimum and 105 kHz maximum. The graph displays the results. The study investigating the effects of MMP1138 on synaptic connectivity in vitro. The study aimed to whether FMP1138 could enhance synaptic transmission to promote the formation of the new synapses. Results. No. Unlike Dr. Isles, this is the result paper. I will use the little Indian standard. Wait a minute. To unlock the files, use 105 Indian. That's so cool. This is so cool. Oh my god. Oh man, that's so cool. The music, the timing of the sounds and music is actually pretty cool too. If you're reading this, it means I'm no longer living, that I'm buried in the dryfield desert like the other subjects. I implore you, whoever you are, to share my story with anyone who can make things right. My name is Quentin Spence. I was head of operations at the Bio-M facility. I'm writing this letter because I'm about to resign from a job that one cannot simply resign from. As per protocol, I will most likely be sent to the desert burial site with all my belongings. I deserve this punishment. I'm sick, so sick of everything that we have done, supposedly in the name of science. If you have found me, then I'm assuming you have found the others too. Every person buried here in the sand is a Project Eve test subject. Eve was led by Dr. Henry Jenkins. I am not trying to shift the blame onto him. I bear my share of responsibility in this matter. While our intentions were noble, at least in the beginning, I now see that we went too far, and I am ready and willing to face whatever punishment awaits me in the next world. You have found this document, but perhaps the contents of my lab coat pocket remain undiscovered. Perhaps they could not crack the password necessary to open the floppy disk. Maybe they assumed the floppy disk contained my only my research papers. Regardless, what truly matters now is you. You have the power to stop this. Bio-M Facility, 22 East Border Street, Bedford, Nevada. Please do not be as cowardly as I was, Quentin. I have to send this to Agent Walker. Spence worked at the Bio-M facility. It's here.
I'll let it go to your operator head, but that was actually somewhat impressive, Tanner.
Ah,
The address
thanks,
you
Agent
sent,
Walker.
It's not far from here. I'll check it out first thing in the morning.
All right.
Tonight, I think I'll help the team exhume the rest of these bodies. Screw the suit. God help us, Tanner. God help every single one of us.
Take care of yourself, Agent Walker. Dude, that's rough. But also the password, trying to find the password for the floppy disk like this is so cool. Cause he literally blended, this was something like, this something is something you could technically miss. This kind of didn't make sense because I was just like, why does it say Isles use? And then when you put it together, it says to unlock the files, use 105 Indian. That's so cool. Power off. Oh, am I done for the day? Alright, I guess that's it for the day, y'all. Long day, man. Same, Evan, same. We in this together, brother.
Look, you need to do something about it. He's poking around, asking too many questions. He's going to expose us all if you don't rein him in. Yes, his shift is over. Yes.
Is he talking about me?
All right. Yeah, fine. We'll talk later. Bye.
Is he talking about me? It's only my second day, bro. I haven't even asked that many questions. Yeah, but like I was saying, like when the moment Director Trench called me right after helping Agent Andrews, like it's suspicious because he was saying like, oh, I saw that you were looking into these files for this case, like don't do that. And I'm just like, it's just kind of like, well, why? Like, you know, but I mean, I'm not saying like, you know, like a lot of these kind of organizations have some sort of like corruption in like, there's always people on the inside doing shady stuff with whatever it is. So that's just how it works sometimes. So we're actually going to be ending there. So far, I'm enjoying it. And I was say, as I was saying, like, even if I do like enjoy these kind of things, a part of me knows like if I actually had to do this like in real life with how I am, a part of me probably wouldn't be able to handle these things like actually like in real life. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay for the operator. We're gonna be, like I said, playing more of this next time. Make sure you like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.